In the third part of the lecture, we will study about the difficulties of Al-Tutmash. Al-Tutmash, when he became the ruler of Delhi, he did not take it easily. He had to face a lot of difficulties. A lot of people confronted him. Many governors in various parts of the empire, they did not accept or recognize his sovereignty. In Bengal, Ali Mardan Khan declared himself independent. Tajuddin Yildiz declared himself independent in Ghazni, the area of Afghanistan, the state of Ghazni. Nasiruddin Kabacha declared himself independent in Multan and Sindh and captured a lot of areas related to Punjab. He also revolted. Many nobles and Mamluks were also against him and they opposed him. Their standing was that Al-Tutmash was a slave, and according to Islamic law, no slave could become the king. So that was the main cause of Sultan Shamsuddin Al-Tutmash's opposition by some of the amirs and noble people in the court. For 4 years, the administration under Qutbuddin Aibak did not improve. Why? Because Qutbuddin Aibak, when he became the head of the Delhi Sultanate, he had a lot of wars to fight and he did not have time to improve the administration of the state. यानी आप ये कह सकते हैं कि सुल्तान कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक जो था, जब वो बादशाह बना है तो उसने सिर्फ 4 साल हुकूमत की और इन 4 सालों के अंदर उसको इतने मसाइल का सामना करना पड़ा कि उसने एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की तरफ, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन की तरफ बिल्कुल कोई तवज्जो नहीं दी. एंड द रिजल्ट वाज दैट अल्तुतमिश फाउंड इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कंट्रोल द Delhi Sultanate, and it was too weak administratively that a lot of people, they revolted against Sultan Al-Tutmash. If we sum up some of the problems, we can take the achievements of Sultan Al-Tutmash, his conquests, his actions against maliks and amirs, his war with Tajuddin Yildiz in 1204 and 5 AD, Nasiruddin Kabacha in 1217 to 27, suppression of Bengal in 1225, conquest of Gwalior, Malwa, Ujjain and Ranthambore in 1231 to 34. It is also said that Al-Tutmash got a pretty long time to rule. That's why he not only defeated all the opposed leaders like the Rajputs, like Nasiruddin Kabacha, like Tajuddin Yildiz, they all were defeated in different passage of times, and Al-Tutmash became a sovereign ruler when the Khalifa of Baghdad recognized him as the head of the Delhi Sultanate, and it was a great achievement on the part of Sultan Shamsuddin Al-Tutmash that the Caliph of the Muslims, the Abbasid Caliph in 1229 accepted Sultan Shamsuddin Al-Tutmash as the head of the Delhi Sultanate, and after that, after gaining that authority, he very confidently defeated Mongols under the leadership who attacked under the leadership of Genghis Khan. So Al-Tutmash had a very golden rule. In fact, it is said that in the slave dynasty there are 2 great rulers, and one is Sultan Shamsuddin Al-Tutmash.